Hey guys, a couple of guys on Hammock Forums had asked me about a stove, a couple of stoves that I was working with that I managed to get over here in Japan. There's a guy by the name, he goes by the name of Tetkoba, Tetkoba on YouTube. And he makes some pretty unique stoves, and I'm going to do a couple of videos on those stoves. This will be the first video. This is a stove he calls a Petal stove. He makes it in two different versions, a 6-petal, the larger, and a 4-petal, the smaller. I kind of like the 4-petal just because it's a much smaller, about the size of a V8 can, drink can, I guess. Makes it out of two separate cans and makes these loops. I'm not sure what he uses for the aluminum tubing, but inside, if you were to pull this stove apart and look at the bottom of these tubes, they're open with steel wool stuffed inside of them. Sorry, I'm getting out of the video there. And that steel wool then draws that alcohol up, and I don't know if I can get it up here in the camera or not, but there are some little tiny jets that he puts at the top of each one of these tubes, and he's got them angled so that they actually make kind of a tornado effect when the flame comes out of them. Fairly easy stove to work with, very, very light. In fact, I'll go ahead and weigh it for you right now while I'm telling you about it. And unfortunately over here, guys, my stove is in grams, so I'll try and do the conversion on the video. But so I've got 0.0 grams. Set this on there and see what it works out to be. 14.8 grams. 14.8. So like I say, I'll put that on the video what that works out to in ounces. Very, very light. He then seals these tubes off. I probably forgot to mention with auto weld. I don't know that they call it auto weld over here, but that's basically what it is. So what I wanted to do for you today is I'm going to fire up this stove. I've got 30 milliliters of alcohol, which is basically 1 fluid ounce of alcohol. I'm not sure if that'll bring 2 cups to a boil or not. I usually use a little bit more. He's talking about 50 milliliters or 50 cc's as being the max for this stove. I'm going to use 2 cups at 68 degrees, just sink water. He does say when he primes the stove, and I'll do that right now. Let me get the temps gauge here. I'm using a Taylor. I don't know if you can see it in the video or not, probably back here. But I'm using one of these little Taylor temperature measuring devices, and it'll beep when it hits 212. He talks about just giving it a gentle breath. The jet effect on it's pretty sharp. So let me go ahead and get this set up. It'll be a little better. There we go. So it's starting to fire up now. I'm going to try and move you here on the camera. I've got a piece of carbon felt underneath there, which I use as a windscreen, right now, just to help screen it a little bit and to give you a little better idea of what that flame pattern looks like. Okay guys, 5:15. I've got a 212 boil. Let me throw a light on here for you. 2 cups of water, 5:15, 212 degrees. And she's still boiling along there. So, pretty nifty little stove. Obviously the flame pattern on this is it's probably a little close, and it's a little bit wide. I'm usually carrying an Imusa pot with me. I also have one of the smaller backpacking light 500s, but I think that's too small. I think the Imusa is probably best. So there you have it, the 4-petal stove from Tetkoba. And he's got some other things that I've picked up from him, and I'm going to do a couple more videos on those here just shortly. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped you out. Take care.